Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the UiS Hyperdrive series at Darlington. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, there's only a small number of drivers tonight. We'll do our absolute best to put on the greatest show. Qualifying is now getting underway. I appreciate every single one of you stopping by to enjoy some racing. Let's get it underway as I get my overlays pulled up here. Okay, there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now underway. My apologies for the wait. Once again, my name is Trevor Huff, and I will be broadcasting tonight's UiS Hyperdrive series. Qualifying once again underway. Logan Brink is the fastest on track right now. I'll make a quick adjustment. We should be okay. Jackson Brown putting his qualifying lap down. Christian Zarde coming around to do his first lap here. Entering turn one. It's a tricky track, as you can see, as Zarte gets up into the wall there. This is a really complicated track. Hard to get your corners right. Turn one especially. You have to take it so quickly so that it doesn't send you into the wall, but also if you take it too quickly, you are going to go into the wall. No lap from Zarte, as he'll come around to do his second lap. Hoppy coming out as well. Only two on track right now. As Zarte downshifts, it looks like this is going to be a clean lap. Coming around, Christian Zarte is going to put down 28,671. That'll put him P3 on the board. Peter Hoppy starting his first lap here. Into the wall pretty hard there. Not sure if he'll have damage or if he'll be able to continue. Also, before this race is over, we'll not only talk to your pole sitter, but also we will talk to the in-race admin before the race and get some rundowns on how this race is going to be going. Hoppy on his second lap now. Oh, and that's going to invalidate it right there. So, Peter Hoppy, no lap. Zarte is the only guy on track. The only one who has not qualified is Walter Salick and Brady Strickenhouse. My apologies. Brady is not qualifying. He is the in-race admin. All right. That will be the end as we now welcome your pole sitter, Logan Brink, to the booth. Logan, great lap. Congrats on the pole. Just barely beat out Thomas. It was .000 between the two of you. My question to you, though, for sure, is what's your approach in this race? What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm a little bummed by the attendance, but definitely a long run situation, so I'm gonna save the tires and be there at the end, I guess.
Absolutely. Well, for sure, Logan, your fast car in that number 24 Exalta machine. Let's go put on a show, and best of luck to you.
Thanks.
Logan Brink, everyone. Let's bring on our in-race race control here and see if we can get a conversation with our race control. All right, Brady Streckengost. I believe I said your name wrong, but that's okay. I want to ask you first and foremost, or welcome you first and foremost to the UiS Hyperdrive series. We appreciate you for being the in-race admin today. Now, my question is, what are you looking for? What do you think's going to come from this race?
To be honest, I feel like this could be going one of two ways. I think this, it's been a while since I've been back here, but from what the racing I've done, I feel like we're going to have a lot of early cautions, a bunch of green flag runs in the middle, and then we're going to end it with probably a caution or two at the very end of it all.
Definitely
But I have
so.
a feeling this could go green a good majority of the way.
I was just about to ask about the lack of participation, maybe playing into it going green, but you were reading my mind for sure there. That's how you know you have a good in-race admin, when they're capable of reading your broadcaster's mind. Well, so once again, we appreciate you, Brady, and we'll bring you in here and there just to ask you a few questions as we are about to get rolling.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you. I'll move you back. All right. Now let's do a quick showcase of the paint schemes before we get underway. Of course, we have our pole sitter Logan Brink in the throwback to Jeff Gordon that William Byron ran. Beautiful all-tell throwback for Thomas Coonan. Throwing back to Ryan Newman, of course, his early days. That looks similar to the car that he ran back in his Busch Series days. Christian Zarte just running a PlayStation car, but it looks like a good old classic PlayStation car. Of course, the Kyle Larson Hendrick throwback for Joshua Gilbert. Jackson Brown is running a throwback to a motor scooter. That's something you don't see every day. One driver who had just blinked out, can't see him anymore, but Walter is running a throwback. It is Hoppy. He's running the Haviling car. And then the 77 is a throwback to an old NASCAR paint scheme from the 1980s. Cannot remember which one. Pace car's gonna be in here, ladies and gentlemen. Logan Brink, Thomas Coonan. They're gonna be going in the box. Green flag. We're underway. Great start for the 24, but here comes Coonan around the outside, trying to make a move. Underneath Logan, he's going to get aero tight and have to drop back, almost wrecking towards the back is Zarte and a few others. We're going to stay green in this very small field. Gilbert into the wall, Zarte into the wall. Sorry, that is not Zarte, that's Jackson Brown. We stay green. Logan Brink and Thomas Coonan lead the way as we take our first lap, ladies and gentlemen. Coonan into the wall, but not any damage. Oh, one hard into the wall, crashing to the inside and around at the inside of the track. That's Jackson Brown. No caution yet. Will we see a yellow? Not yet. Jackson Brown, the only car, and there it is. Wow, what happened to Jackson Brown? It looked to me like he just got tight and was never able to bring it back around there. So again, if you are tuning in for this race, we appreciate you. And if you would like to see more content like this, don't forget to tune in every week for the Major League Dirt series. I believe that's what it's called. MDRL series. Well, lots of cars bringing it down to pit lane with damage already. Sorry, some technical difficulties real quick. Let's go ahead and grab a quick replay of what happened to Jackson Brown. Pay attention to what really happened, and something happened to Walter as well. He hit the wall, he just never could come back around, and that car just kept it out of the inside wall almost. Nope. Spoke too soon. Jackson Brown, one of the contenders in the event at Auto Club quite a while back. Christian Zarte exiting the pits. Logan Brink still leads over Thomas Coonan. Joshua Gilbert going to come back in to top off here, as we may get one to green here. We'll pay attention to the pace car. It is still going to be another little while before we get going, so we're going to try and get former race official Spencer Morrison here for a quick interview, and there he is. Spencer Morris, welcome to you to the UiS broadcast booth. So, as we saw there, a little bit of an unfortunate situation for Jackson Brown, but I have to ask, will these guys be able to make it all 147 laps? Or do you think, even though there's only about 6 cars left in this race, are we going to see a bunch of cautions every time we go out?
You radio check, you got me, Trevor?
Yes, I didn't know if you had heard me or not. My apologies for not
That's
checking there. I guess my question was, do you think we're going to run green here, or are they going to continue to find ways to wreck creatively?
You know, with this few cars in the field, anything can happen, really.
Absolutely. Another quick question is, I kind of am curious as to who you think is going to win today.
It's honestly probably going to be between Logan and Thomas. They're both really strong.
As we are having technical difficulties
Excuse me,
with
sorry.
our...
I thought I was interrupted there.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm in a different country right now. I'm currently in Japan. So.
Yes, our reporter from Japan.
Our international UiS reporter here.
Yes.
So I would have to say it's going to be a pretty close battle between Logan and Thomas. They're two really good drivers. I'm not really putting any bias towards Thomas because he's on my team. I just know he's a really capable driver. I would honestly compare his styles close to that of Ryan Newman, to where once he's out front, it's going to be very, very hard to pass him.
Ironically, he's driving a Ryan Newman car. Anyway, they're going to be in the box and go green once again. Massive jump for Logan Brink. Thomas Coonan really did not get going at all there. Speak of the devil. Well, I appreciate you for coming in, Spencer, and have a good rest of your trip. We'll bring you in for anything else we need later on.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Crashing at the back once again. It's Jackson Brown. And,
All right.
That's not a good look. Same corner 2 times
good luck,
in
Trevor.
a row. Well, I appreciate it. That has been a trouble spot for Jackson Brown here. Man, oh man. Let's take a quick look at what happened to Jackson Brown. Was there contact? Oh, the damage just sent him around. Not a great look. 2 times in a row for Jackson Brown. Can only believe that this is going to be a short caution here. Quite ironic he brings up Ryan Newman. Thomas Coonan driving the Ryan Newman style of a race car this week as we get a quick onboard with him. The old Altel machine ran by Ryan Newman back in the early 2000s. We've seen, not sure if Spencer knows or not, but assuming Spencer did indeed know that that was the car he was running, then I believe the style of driving from Thomas Coonan is indeed correctly matched. Let's go on ahead and talk about something interesting that happened on the last incident. That should not have been a caution. The admins were saying that this was an iRacing thrown yellow, which, as I'm concerned, should not be turned on. But they are turned on for some reason. So that may be an issue in the future. There's a lot of issues right now, and we're trying to fight through those set issues, but Logan Brink still leads as Thomas Coonan is in second place. We're going to get 1 to green, as I predicted, a short caution. So, Logan Brink, Thomas Coonan, Christian Zarte, and Joshua Gilbert is your top 4. Throw in a top 5, Peter Hoppy in the 25 Havoline car. That's the other one. Just has not been a good day for Jackson Brown, as he's been the cause of both cautions thus far. Logan Brink leads us. We're going to check it out right here. Green flag, another really good jump for Logan Brink. Side by side going into turn 1 doesn't always work. It almost didn't there again. They're going to single it out, but will they survive the corner? The chaos of the corner, looking back at through the field. Everyone makes it through turn 1 cleanly. We get to race through the next few corners. Brink over Coonan, over Gilbert, over Zarte, and then a big gap back to Hoppy. Brink will lead that lap. It's all about managing that left rear tire as well as the gap to the car behind, because if you burn your tire up, then you'll, in the wall there. If you burn your left rear tire up, then you will not be able to defend in the first place. But managing the gap while also holding on to your tires is so key, because if you have to push your left rear to get back up to them, it's burnt and gone there too. So basically it's a game of catch up, and you don't want to be the one caught in the overheating phase of that left rear tire. So we've survived thus far. This is going to be a rather long race for only 6 cars. And if we lose any more, then it's only downhill from there. Thomas Coonan, P2, has Joshua Gilbert behind him. That all-tell paint scheme brings back a lot of memories for me. Used to be an avid die-cast collector, and I have about a dozen all-tell cars. And Thomas Coonan running this just brings back some really good memories for me. And it's good to watch him out on track, racing in Ryan Newman's name. Rather, his car. Probably at this point out to have fun. Joshua Gilbert knocking on the door right there. I believe we have lost Jackson Brown once again. Yes, we have indeed. He's coming to the pits. Battle for second place, though. 3 cars. Thomas Coonan, Joshua Gilbert, Christian Zarte. Coonan up the racetrack, opening the door for Gilbert, but to no avail. So Walter rejoined after, I believe, his internet crashed. So he's still out on track. But Jackson Brown, unfortunately, is losing time by the second. Obvious that the second and third place cars really struggling right now with their tires going into turn 1 here. Gilbert got way offline there, and that's going to allow Thomas to drive away a little bit. I mentioned again, managing the gap. You don't want to get too far ahead of the car behind you early on, because that means your left rear is getting pretty plowed right there. Ooh, almost into the wall for Coonan there, but he is starting to run down Logan just a little bit by bit. Oh, almost into the wall, just a tad bit there. They don't call it the Darlington stripe for no reason. A second and a quarter is the distance between Logan Brink and Thomas Coonan. Ooh, Gilbert in the wall in the back as well. Hard into the wall for Gilbert all the way through 3 and 4. I could hear it just behind. As this gap is pretty big. Not much going on ahead. Not much going on behind. Pretty much just a 4-horse race. 4 horses can have a race, but it's hard to have a race at a track like Darlington. Gap is a second and a half. Now, they will have to pit to take tires and fuel. Likely in the next 25 laps. Logan Brink's advantage is just expanding. Everybody has at least a second on each other. Coonan hard into the wall there. Looks like he's testing his car to see if it still is completely okay, and I believe it is. But man, he is struggling in 1 and 2 on exit, and 3 and 4 as Gilbert came into the pit lane really early for Joshua Gilbert. That is interesting. I wonder if it's a strategy call or if he had too much damage. Logan Brink is about to catch the number 77 ahead of him. Jackson Brown officially out of the race. Walter into the wall. Well, I must say, ladies and gentlemen, this race is not looking very broadcast worthy at the moment. I promise that I will let this race run out just a little longer, at least, but we're down to about 4 participants on track that are on the lead lap, and the 5th one just got lapped, is pacing about a 1.5 seconds slower than 2nd place Thomas Kunin even. We'll say things are about to heat up for Zarte versus Kunin here, though. Kunin has just been struggling on exit. His turn 2s, they've been a little sketchy here and there. They've been okay right now, but his turn 3s he has really been struggling with, for sure. Gilbert is a lap down. On fresh tires, though. So gapping Logan just a tad bit. Was gapping Logan. I believe he still is. Gonna have a battle for second here. Zarte behind Kunin. This may be the most exciting part here, as Walter in the probably the worst possible spot, wrecking on the backstretch. Thomas Kunin, he saves it, but that car is not looking very good right now. Absolutely nothing Walter could have done. They caught him at the worst possible part of the track. Zarte was trying to give Kunin room. Kunin, really nothing he could do. And his car is mad. That is for sure. Very angry automobile here. He is blocking. Will Zarte go for it? No, he will not. Yes, he will. Oh, up the inside. That is tight. They're almost making contact. We'll watch the replay once this gets all filtered out. That is some really tight racing. They're going to be side by side in a 1. Still side by side in a 1. And through 2, Zarte will back out, but the wounded Thomas Kunin, number 50 Alltel machine, doing a Ryan Newman and making it hard for Christian Zarte to get by at the moment. This may have filtered out for long enough that we could get a replay. Maybe not. Yes, it did. I'll just go on ahead and do it. So, going down the backstretch, let's kind of get a close-up here. He just gets down and tries to go... yeah, there's nothing Christian could do there. I would not blame Christian at all. Just Thomas got stuck behind Walter, and Christian couldn't really do anything for it. I mean, could he have given more room? Sure, but this is a race. It's not the Move Over 500. It's the Darlington Southern 500. In this case, it's a little shorter distance. So although the car is probably quite wounded, Thomas Kunin still rolling. We may have some problems here, ladies and gentlemen. I am currently in a massive weather pattern. So we have an active tornado just south at, quite ironically, the racetrack that I was supposed to race at in real life today. This appears to be moving our direction. I will keep you all updated here, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, it might not. No, it's moving westerly, so unless the fronts change, it will go around us. Just barely around us. But a pretty massive supercell is on its way here. At least trying to work its way here. But once again, it is moving easterly. I believe I said western a little while ago, but that was accidental. It is moving northwest. Although we are northwest, we're not that far northwest, so we'll continue to keep an eye on that. So Thomas Kunin, despite having what appears to be race-altering damage, is continuing to keep pretty decent pace here and pull away with second place here. He's in the wall again. Oh, well. Logan Brink, we haven't checked on him in a while. He still exists. Zarte's being challenged by Gilbert here, who is on fresher tires. Walter is pattering around just a tad bit. And Hoppy is also still alive. Nobody has spontaneously combusted yet. They're about to. Nice move. Oh, Zarte and Gilbert. Oh, man. Gilbert's clear. Ha. Need a little action. There's some action. Logan Brink on pit lane. Let's go down to our pit reporter, Trevor Huff. Yeah, guys, Logan Brink is currently winning the race by about 12 seconds. That's all. He got 4 tires and fuel for this dead race. And he's gonna go through the pace car. Back to you guys. Thanks, Trevor. Well, Trevor, what do you think of this race? Well, Trevor, I think that, I think this race is pretty awful so far. I'm not enjoying it. But, you know, people are pitting, so that's cool. But yeah, Trevor, I definitely think that there's probably gonna be someone who wins this race, probably. And this is definitely an automobile race, Trevor. So, anyway, now let me ask you this, Trevor. Do you think that anybody's gonna crash anymore today, Trevor? Yeah, Trevor, I think that people are probably going to crash, but it's not going to matter because there's only 5 cars on track. Well, thank you for that insight, Trevor. Let's go to our chopper driver, Trevor, and ask him what he thinks of this race. Yeah, I think it sucks, but I'm intrigued at the Ryan Newman car. It's pretty cool. Well, thank you, Trevor. I have a huge shout out in chat to Trevor, our airplane, our aeronautics director. He drives the copter. At this point, I think that the best course of action is to throw the caution for the sake of entertainment. Let's bring in our in-race admin. Because why the heck not? Brady Strakengost. I think I keep butchering your name even worse every time.
That's alright.
You are the first person not named Trevor to join the chat in the past few minutes. So I want to get your rundown down on this race. Is this a -10, a -5, or just right at the 0 of entertainment level?
To be honest, hold on a second. Okay, there we go. To be honest, I'd probably give this on a scale of a -10 out of 10.
Yeah, I absolutely
I'd give it
agree.
I'd give it a 3 because we did have a little bit of battling on a track, but right now it's just how long can these guys make their tires last, from what I've been hearing.
So my next question, this one goes without saying, and might change your opinion of the broadcaster. But how much would you accept in money to throw a debris caution casually?
Oh, you mean, I see what you mean. To be honest, as useful as it would be, probably to get some more entertainment in here, sacrificing on-track racing for the drivers, in their case specifically for a entertainment kind of caution, I probably wouldn't do it.
I see.
Because as of being a ex-driver myself, I've been there, done that. I would get frustrated with some random caution when I'm in the middle of trying to do a strategy or something. I'm sure these drivers are somewhat the same.
I completely agree. I 100% agree with that. What if we maybe try to see what the general consensus is? Maybe since 90% of the field is a lap down. Maybe they'll want to yellow. I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out here. I don't think they were given fast repairs either, so the people who have damage are just sitting with their damage. So I don't think anything will help. But, you know, it was worth a shot. Anyway, well, thank you for joining us up here in the booth during this brilliant, amazing, absolutely 10 out of 10. Sorry, that's a -10 out of 10 leveled race. And, yeah, I'll just go on ahead and throw you back in with the Hendrick guys.
Alright, well, thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, well, we're gonna sit around watch this for a while. Actually, don't think that transmitted, but who cares? Don't know if you all saw what I had put in the chat, but anyway, the top 3 are the only 3 on the lead lap now. I believe Hoppy gave up. Walter gave up. No, Hoppy just had an accident. We're gonna do a weather report here, since this is going quite swimmingly, as the thunder nearly shakes down my entire house. So the severe weather that was producing a tornado is heading off to the west, which is great. It's great. They just updated the storm, and it moved away from Harrisonville. I said west again. I have no concept of maps. Sorry, I'm bored and tired. Ooh, action! we have the weather moving easterly right now. The tornado is not on the ground, I don't think. And, oh, someone died. Wait, who died? Huh? It was Hoppy. And there was no caution? He saved it. Why did you... No, he saved it. Kind of. Dang it. Ah. That hurts. I had hope. So, we're gonna go to our chopper driver, Trevor, here. And, we're gonna ask him real quick about the tornado. The tornado warning off to our east. So, Trevor, in the chopper, do you read me? He might be dead, so hang on. We're gonna try channel 2. Trevor in the chopper, looking at the tornado. Are you alive? Yeah, I'm alive. I'm currently staring right at a massive tornado that just drove through the track that you were supposed to race at today. So that's not gonna happen for another few years. So yeah, overall, it's a pretty cool storm. You know, the tornado's about, I would say, 6 car lengths wide when it was on the ground, so that's kind of interesting. But, yeah, overall, the storm is moving off to the northeast, which means it probably will miss you. But if it somehow moves up to the top, then, you're screwed, Trevor. So, enjoy. Well, thank you, Trevor, for that insightful experience about the severe weather that is affecting my area, that I wish to God would take my power out. There was some action. Logan Brink passing Christian Zarte. Let's pull up the NFL draft here. The NFL draft results. So, the NFL draft picks, the number 1 pick for this round, round 1, was Caleb Williams from USC. He went to the Bears. The Bears replacing Justin Fields. Heck, I might as well just toss this on most exciting. And then Jalen Daniels. Interesting fact here. The first 3 draft picks were all quarterbacks. I don't usually keep up on the draft, but I'm pretty sure that that's probably normal. And we have our in-race admin, Brady. I'm not even going to try and say your last name anymore. My apologies. So, what's going on, man? How are we looking?
Right now, in between the drivers, I wanted to make this announcement. Now we are going to have a race shortened event here at Darlington. The consensus is lap 80 will be the end of the race, so at the completion of that, that's when scoring will end.
So the tornado that is currently just south of me right now has changed directions, gone about 900 miles an hour, and has gone all the way to Darlington and is on a crash course around lap 80, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, the race will be shortened. And to preserve the lives of the drivers and the fake crowd. So, thank you for that information, Brady. We are going to keep an eye on that storm and hope it doesn't take this track down. It'll probably take down all our cameras, but that's to be expected. So,
As per usual.
yes, as per usual. Well, once again, thank you, and good luck on these last 3 laps.
Yep, thank you.
So, we are entering the final few laps. Logan Brink is gonna win. I don't even question it anymore. He's gonna win. There he is. Kind of. So, yes. We will be packing up and leaving once we get all the interviews out, and hopefully the 900-mile-an-hour tornado supercell that is floating all the way to Darlington, South Carolina, does not hit our broadcast booth before we get out of here and run. It may appear as if these the clouds are non-threatening and the sun is out, but in actuality, we are all going to die here in Darlington, South Carolina. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not the end of lap 80. It is going to be the end of lap 80. So Logan Brink, in dominant fashion, has forgotten what competition is. Logan Brink wins it at Darlington by probably a year and a half. Oh, no.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, no. Oh, no. No. The tornado did it. They did the job of the tornado for... Oh, no. Oh, multiple fatalities. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. And Thomas Kunin is the only one still alive. Actually, Christian Zarte is somehow driving with a broken collarbone. Thomas Kunin will continue. Joshua Gilbert has his foot stuck on the throttle. Oh, Logan Brink's still alive! I'm amazed. He probably has a concussion. Or his throttle pedal's stuck. I don't know. And there's the pace car. Oh, no. Thomas Kunin had a crash as well. What happened? Thomas is... He survived that for sure. Well, let's get in our race winner here. Because... why not? Hello, Logan Brink. This is, you know who I am. So,
Yep.
Congratulations on making everyone forget what you look like. And making competition non-existent. So, what did it take to win that race?
This is probably my favorite track, so that's part of it, but I don't know. I just like saving tires, I guess.
Oh, he's killed again.
Yeah, I got lit up. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I just ran the way I always do and seemed to work out.
It was a very unfortunate race, I will say. To have been
Yeah.
shortened for a impending tornado that is heading for the track right now at 900 miles an hour.
Oh God.
Yeah, so we have to evacuate quite quickly here in the booth. All the Trevors. So I just wanted to ask if you had anything to say to any friends or family back at home before you inevitably get mowed over by a track-wide tornado.
I don't know what to say. I really don't. But good race, I guess. And thanks for streaming. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, I appreciate it. I turned it into my own human punching bag this stream. So, yes, it was quite an enjoyable experience, and good luck in the next race, Logan. Congratulations.
Yeah, gonna need it. Talladega.
Yes, indeed. Talladega. All right, well, the severe storm has almost reached the broadcast booth. So, as we are about to inevitably no longer exist here, we're going to play the American National Anthem. Or the Canadian. I haven't decided yet. Whichever one pulls up. So I'm just going to type in National Anthem and see what pulls up first. It is actually surprisingly the Russian National Anthem, but we will not be doing that. I'm sure this isn't copyrighted, however you say it. So, as the impending doom comes upon us, my sign-off will be the American National Anthem as we watch the pace car and Christian Zarte casually crashing in the background.